Jeremy, troubleshooting the third act of a crisis involving analingus and a popular brand of flavored corn chips, noticed the invite pop up on his screen but was forced to ignore it. Someone was crying. Various senior management types had gathered at his desk like Faubourton wearing seagulls around a pile of old chips, and increasingly panicked emails from the CEO in Fiji were backing up his email in rapid succession. At the end of the day, nobody wants to think about eating chips when they're looking at someone munching on a butt, and that's the predicament we find ourselves in, pointed out one of the glossy blonde managers from sales who all weirdly had British accents. Homophobic, answered Aidan, one of the riders, his trendy bowl-cut hair and asymmetrical dangling earring bobbing with his faux outrage. He was wearing a shirt inexplicably featuring Hillary Clinton and the caption, "How am I meant to live, laugh, love under these conditions?" Jeremy wondered if it was a reference he was now too old and uncool to understand, or simply incomprehensible on purpose. "Sorry?" responded the sales manager, who might have been named Samantha, or maybe he just typecast her as the Sex and the City character because of her propensity for shoulder pads. She looked as if she was trying to work out whether Aidan was making a serious accusation or simply an irony-poisoned one. Allegations of homophobia in their office could be either. "I eat ass and Doritos," pointed out Aidan, nodding to Jeremy. "That's beautiful, Aidan," Jeremy muttered. "Our very own clear eyes, full heart, can't lose." His eyes were still fluttering to the Facebook invite looming in the corner of his screen, but he was unable to click on it with literally half the office gathered around his desk. He was also very aware of the old and quite ripe yogurt container, the lip balm-smeared wine glass from last Friday's drinks, and the dozens of chocolate wrappers that made up the ecosystem of his working environment. "Okay, well, I guess in many ways you can't uneat an ass," Jeremy said, trying to sound firm. In terms of crises, this was very much a Wednesday, but unless he nipped it in the bud, it could spiral into more hysteria and, even worse, more work for him. "We've removed the Doritos ad from the article, so it shouldn't be an issue anymore." "This is $1 million campaign. The damage is done," squawked the sales manager, who Jeremy was almost 100% sure was actually named Samantha. Okay, walk me through it. How did this get through our editorial processes?" asked Jeremy's big boss, Gina, PopBuzz managing editor, who'd been pulled out of whatever big important meeting she'd been in to deal with the Doritos analingus issue. As always, Gina managed to look effortlessly chic in a daisy yellow blazer. She had the flawless skin of a former beauty journalist. She was new at PopBuzz and good at her job. Jeremy was very aware of the fact that she was 5 years younger than him. "What do you mean?" he asked, confused but starting to understand the problem. "This is our editorial process." They locked eyes for a moment. "Oh," she said. Sarah Jessica, the writer of the offending article, sniffled, and Jeremy attempted an awkward pat of the arm before thinking better of it and giving a reassuring thumbs up instead, which he immediately saw had come across as needlessly sarcastic. The problem had first peeked its head out in a pitch meeting Jeremy was running with a surprising amount of midweek energy, thanks to several large coffees he drunk to combat his mild midweek hangover. Sarah Jessica, smiling broadly, had turned her laptop around and forced them all to watch a popular electronic musician enact performative consensual analingus on a female fan on stage at Coachella.